Hi, this is Himokon, and I will show you charged tape electrode. For this lab, I proposed the studying about object charges using household items like tapes and analysis the excess charge of objects with a calculation and a computational program like a GlowScript. And I gonna use the physical principles like a Coulomb's law, electric field formula, force of gravity. And this is my lab result preview with the tape charge and number of excess electrons, ratio of the excess electrons. And here is my main physics ideas and charges and equations for the calculating charges. And I set the basic ideas that object can be charged to positive or negative charge, and the charged object can be interacted with each other charges like pulling or pushing. And this is my lab procedure. To make the lab model, I prepared below initial materials like this: ruler, clear tape, two stackable objects, in my case books, and flat surface. And I started to create two tapes with a folded handle with a base tape and U tape. And I put the U tape over the base tape which on the flat surface, and I took off the U tape to charge it, and I test the U tape charge with the positive charge to pen and hand. Uh, and I created the one more charge U tape, repeat the 1, 2, 3, 4 procedure, and I made a bridge between books with one U tape like a below picture, and I put another U tape below the bridge U tape and record the distance with the ruler. And I set the surrounding as the bottom U tape and the system as a floating U tape and two books, and analysis the possible errors like incorrect tape length measurement as the estimator, unstable lab condition like humidity or charges as a estimator, and poorly charged tapes as a randometer. And this is my initial tape status, length and width and distance between tapes and the mass of the tapes. And before doing experiment, I assumed two things. First, two tapes have charges and will repel themselves because they have the same charges, plus plus, minus minus. And second one is treat a single I treat a single point of on the center of a charged tape. Then I could observe two tapes repel each other. Specifically, bottom one is fixed by my hand and top one is pushed up, as I said in my assumed. And for the force balance, here is my prediction. If you take positive, then they have different charges, so they can attract. And if negative charge you take, then they pushing away them each others because they have the same charges. And if U tape has neutral charge, they still attract each other, although not strong enough. And if I rub the clear plastic pen with the clothes or hair, then plastic pen have a negative charge, then we can notice the U tape charge by determining plastic pen pulling or pushing U tape. And for the force balance, if there are no momentum change, it means there is no acceleration, no force, so net y force is 0, and there are two main forces on tape B, electrical force upward, gravitational force downward, which are balancing with same forces. And using my result data, I calculated the number of excess electrons, the ratio of electrons and electron forces with above equations and the GlowScript. For the single point charge coding, I set the basic constant, this one, and I set equations and print for each required values like electrical charge, electrical force, gravitational force. And for the linear charge coding, I also set the same constant with the part 1 and put the electrical charge from the previous coding. And I use the codes with the considering the each electron charge, not just one electrons. And in this visualization part, you can see the calculated values for each models in here. And the important thing is they have a different electrical force slightly because they have a different setting codes for the first equation. And in conclusion, we can know the tapes have negative charge with a 2.8 Coulomb charge.